I just posted this reel and I got a bunch of questions asking how I did it. Check it out. Since I got some questions, I decided to grab the camera, jump over the computer, and film a little walkthrough. Let's get into it. Let's start by selecting Create in the top right-hand corner. This will bring us into a new blank document so we can get started. The first thing that we want to do is make sure the artboard is set up correctly. So we want this to be a square, so 1080 by 1080 is going to be fine. And then let's change the background color to like a dark orange. This is going to be what we're doing for all the illustration badges, so we'll just set that up now. Let's go ahead and let's delete this cube. We don't need that. And let's bring in a sphere. So we've got this sphere right here. Let's size this up. And then we're going to delete this little platform. We don't need that anymore. Go up to Styles and then change it to Vector Art. This is going to be how we get the effect that I'm going for. Let's change the outline color to like a darker brown, maybe something like that. I think that'll be good. And then we're actually going to copy this outline color because we're going to use this throughout. And let's go over here to our sphere, change this to flat, and then change the hex color. So this doesn't look very impressive, right? But we're going to make it look like a globe. So let's take the cube and let's pop one right on top of the center. So let's stretch this out, throw it down. Let's make it a lot skinnier, maybe something like this, and then make it the whole length of the sphere. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to align them. So we have the align tool on the left toolbar. Just going to make sure everything's nice and aligned. This is going to help the process. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change this to the same color as the background. So let's grab our eyedropper, change it to the background, and then change it to flat. And then this is where the magic happens. We go over here to combine and change it to color. And check that out. It takes on the shape of the sphere and just adds color. So now let's duplicate this. Hold shift while you're doing this, and it'll move it in perfect 45-degree increments. So let's grab both of these. Hold shift. Now we're going to get another one. So these are good for the vertical lines. Let's go ahead and let's select one of these. Let's duplicate. So Command D. Again, we're holding shift for 45-degree movements. And now we have one on the horizontal plane. We can duplicate this, move it up, and then let's do it one more time. So now hopefully you start seeing what's going on. So now what we can do is we can take all of these and we can group them. So just Command G on the keyboard, that makes it group. And this is where the magic starts to happen. So we take this and then we go to motion, and then we can do spin. And this is where it gets really cool because now it's actually looking like a 3D globe. It's spinning. I like to change the cycle time a little bit slower. So maybe like at 8.2 or whatever, that'll be fine. Now let's make it look like somewhat of a badge, right? So let's change over to the 2D view. So up here in the top left, we can just click 2D. And then I can come over here to my text tool. I'm just going to pop that right in the middle. Let's change this to say something like global. Let's stretch this up. So we're going to use Beastly on this. I think this looks cool. It goes with the vibe. So we'll put this in the center, something like this. And then we're going to grab the rectangle tool. Let's stretch this out, make it a lot thinner, something like this. And this is one of those instances where I want you guys to pay attention so you work smarter, not harder. We're going to come over here to the properties panel and we're going to go to repeat. We're going to go to linear. And then I'm going to turn the X all the way down, but let's make the Y, I think I want it to have like 8 copies. And then let's change the distance, something like this. Check that out. So now we have a really simple graphic with just a couple steps. I can actually click play. Now we've got some animation happening while we have 2D and 3D together. It's super cool. One last thing I want to do is I'm actually going to place this 2D under the 3D layer. So see how this is now interacting with that. So we'll move this down a little bit more. I'm going to grab my sphere or circle. And I'm going to put this behind this this sphere, something like this. Let's change the color, and let's change it to that same color as the background. Move this down a little bit. So now we have some separation. It looks a lot more intentional. So if I click off this, you can see we have some nice little separation from the globe and this background element. Really cool. All right, we're going to do one more thing. I'm going to grab these lines. I'm going to move them up. Now we only want to have 2 copies, so let's change this to 2. Perfect. And we're actually going to have some X copies. So let's change this to maybe something like this. So we're going to make little dashes. And now let's increase the X distance. Keep going. And that's pretty cool, right? Obviously, I could clean it up. I did for the ones I made, but this is a quick representation of how I made this globe one. Let's move on to the next. All right, for this next one, I'm actually going to use some of these pieces. So let's change global to stack. Say stack, and then we're going to change the typeface. All right, let's put this in the bottom right here. So let's just move that, and we're using these arrows to move this around. And I can use this cube right here to make this bigger. I think this looks good. So I need to have 4 lines on this. So let's change this to 4. And we're going to change the color of this. So we don't want it to be white. I want it to be that dark brown. And then I need to add little triangles. So we're going to use the pen tool here. And I'm just going to draw a nice little triangle. And I've got these guiding lines, which is really helpful. Great, so let's change this to that dark brown. And then we're going to grab our little circle again. We're gonna move this here. We're gonna make this the same color as the background. And we're gonna duplicate it. And so this one, we're gonna make the same color as the brown, but we're gonna add a hole into it. So we add a little hole, and that gives us this nice cool effect right here. So I can zoom in, and I can actually look at this. So let's grab these right here, and I'm gonna group them, make it a little bit bigger, something like that. And then we can add some motion. So let's add a wiggle, and we'll change it to the y-axis, up that amplitude, and that just gives us this nice cool effect. And then I can go ahead and duplicate this 4 times, something like that. Let's put this in the center. So now I've got the 2D portion of this built. Let's transfer over to 3D. So you can toggle between the 2D and 3D states. So it can be like a ghost, it can be off, or it can be on. I'm going to leave it on because I think it's helpful to build. And so we're going to start by building a cube. I'm going to grab a cube right here. I'm going to increase the size of this, maybe something like this. I'm going to make it a lot smaller. So let's change this to flat, and let's change this to that brown color. And then let's add a hole into this. All right, before I start duplicating, I'm going to add some motion. So we're going to add a little bit of a spin. Let's change this to 10. And then let's add a wiggle. And we're going to change this to just Y. So that'll just make it go up and down. We're going to add a little bit more of an amplitude, maybe like 0.4. I think that'll be good. So let's stop this, and then I can duplicate, move this down. I can shrink a little bit, duplicate, move it down, shrink a little bit, and then one more time, duplicate, move it down, shrink a little bit. So now you see we've got this nice little spinning action. What we want to do next is add this sphere. So we want this sphere to be white. And then I'm going to add another one, place it here, increase the blending, make it a little smaller. Let's add some motion. So let's do Y on the wiggle. This will make this go up and down. We'll do the same thing on this one. Add some wiggle, change it to Y, change the phase. And so now they're going to look like they're going up and down, which is what I'm looking for. Take both of these, and we're going to group them. Let's grab all of these, go to align. We're just going to make sure everything's nice and aligned. So now I've got this how I like it. The last thing I need to do is just turn on the 2D layer. And then I just have to align everything. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Great, I'm happy with that. So let's click play and see how it looks. All right, for this one, we're going to do the little ping pong one. So this is great because we already got this platform here, which is going to be helpful. All we need to do is get rid of the little cube. Again, we're going to change this to vector art. And we're going to change the background color, or we're going to change the outline color. Now we're going to increase this. All right, let's add a sphere here. This is going to be the little ping pong ball, right? So let's increase this, and we're going to change this to flat. We're going to make it white. And then on the platform, we actually want to make this split, and then we want to add the shadow color. We want the shadow color to be the same color as the stroke. So let's make this a little bit smaller. Let's move it into place, something like this. And then we want to add some text on it. So let's grab our text tool. I'm going to click right on here. And then we're just going to change this. And then I'm going to change the color to flat. Again, it's going to be that dark brown color. And then we're going to change this to color. Now it just takes on the shape of what's below it. So we change the font just like this. Let's move this into place. And this is actually going to be white. So let's change this white. You're like, oh, I can't see it. I know. We're going to make this little platform the same color as the background. And now we're going to zoom in everything. And then let's add a star. So let's go back over here to our shapes, and we're going to grab a star. We're going to place this right in the middle. We're going to make this flat, same color as the dark brown. And we're going to change this to color. So let's move this down. And then we're going to come over here to repeat. We're going to do radial, and we want it to be on the y-axis. And we don't want 6 copies. We just want 3. Change the distance. Now all I need to do is combine these 2 shapes. So we combine that, go to motion, wiggle, and we want this to be bouncing on the y-axis. So if I move my camera, you can see it going up and down. Change the cycle time to maybe like 1.2. That'd be good. You just got to play with it to make sure it's doing what you want. Yeah, I think something like that's going to be great. And then we're going to add a little wobble to it, and that'll just make the ball move around. And so you see the wobble, but you don't see the bounce. And we'll fix that. Watch this. So let's click on the canvas, and we can change our camera to perspective. Let's zoom out a little bit. And now you can actually see this going up and down, which is what we want. You can see it's an actual 3D thing happening. The ball is actually bouncing and rotating. It's on this little platform. But if I go to my little snapshot, it looks like a flat graphic, which is what I was going for. Let's do one more. So this one's going to be entirely in the 2D space. So we're going to grab my text tool and we're going to change this to say, wow. Change the font. I'm going to be using Modula, and we want this to be the serif black. I think this is a pretty cool typeface. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the rectangle tool, and I'm going to roll this in so that I'll make it like this pill shape. And then we want to change the color, and we're going to place this right here. We're going to do something really cool here. So we're going to zoom in a little bit, come over here and go to repel, and then increase the shape blending. And check that out. Does some really cool stuff with the layer behind it. So let's change this to motion, wiggle. Let's go to X and let's increase the amplitude. Just kidding, we're gonna do Y, increase the amplitude. And look at that, now we got this really cool effect. So let's stop this, zoom out a little bit, come back over here, place it here. I think that'd be cool. And then do it again, Command D, duplicate, up, and then change the phase. And let's click play and see what happens. So now they're going opposite, up and down, which I just think is a really cool effect. And then the last thing we want to do is we're going to grab this little circle again. I'm going to change the color to that dark brown. I'm actually going to increase it just a little bit, make it a little bit oblong. And then I'm going to repeat radial, and let's shrink this down. Let's change the distance a little bit too. And then I'm going to add another sphere. I keep calling it sphere. It's a circle when we're in 2D. And I want this to be the same color as the background. So something like that. And let's change motion to spin. Let's move this down here, and then let's duplicate one more time. So let's zoom out a little bit and let's look at it, press play. Super cool. I think this one might be one of my favorite effects in the whole group, and it's honestly the easiest one to do. And just like that, we're able to make these really cool badges. I know this is a new way of thinking for a lot of people, so hopefully you were able to follow along. I think this is really cool, and I'm excited to see where this continues to go and grow. Well, guys, that's all I got for you. If you liked the video, you already know what to do. Until the next time, peace.